I have to tell the people that I did DM you because I was really disappointed that you only had 1 assist against the
Yes,
Mercury.
You did. Yes, you did.
You guys won. It was great. 107, 101, 22 points. Great. 12 rebounds. Another double-double. But 1 assist. Can you talk me through that? Did you not see the backdoor cut?
You know, I probably was a little stingy. That's my bad. That's my bad.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to our second episode of Post Moves. I'm Candace Parker, doing this with my co-host, Aliyah Boston, who's absolutely dominating out there right now. We'll get back to that in a minute.
Thank you.
But first, make sure you follow us, Post Moves Show, on all socials. That's 2 S's. And hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget, drop those 5-star reviews. Thank you. Thank you.
You guys are probably wondering why my face is painted.
Yeah, I didn't know if I should just bring it up right away or if you wanted to kind of go through the whole episode and make people guess.
You know, I'm all about surprises. But I'll just be honest. I'll come clean. My brother turned 50 back in June. I'm slurring my words. Back in June. And I'm in Mykonos, Greece right now. When this episode will air, I'll be outside. Back. No, but I'll be back in the States when this episode airs. But right now I'm living my best life. And I was like, paint my face. Do it. And
honestly, I think it's swaggy though. It looks great. Like I feel like my face should be painted just
But Aliyah, first of all, I'm mad because you're in LA. Dropping like triple double-esque numbers, you big guard. But I'm mad that you're in LA because I really wanted to see you, by the way. But second of all, like, I'm ahead. So I've already had dinner. I've already had drinks. And it's a vibe
I've had
out here. I
breakfast.
must tell you, like, Mykonos is actually...
This is where it's at.
No, but like, for real. I was like hesitant about retirement. And then today I was like, yeah, retirement is life.
So what you're saying is I should go to Mykonos. So when my mom hears this episode and she's like, oh, this is going to be our family vacation in Mykonos. And I'm like, I was thinking maybe solo trip. Now I'm going to have to explain that.
Get her a wristband. Get her a wristband. Sign mom up for Mykonos because I was all about Cabo. An hour and a half
Cabo.
An hour and a half flight from LA. Perfect, right? And then I got on a plane and I came to Mykonos.
And your life changed.
Well, first I went to Athens and I saw like the Parthenon and I did all the museums. I went to the modern Olympic Stadium. It was unbelievable. And then I was like, there's got to be more. And I went to Mykonos. And it's going to change your life too. So it's changed retirement. But anyway, we're going to kick off every show with what we want to talk about. And this week, we got to start with the Indiana Fever.
Whoa,
one of the hottest teams in the league right now. I'll be honest. I'm going to name some stats. Not that you don't know, Aliyah. 5th straight win for the Fever. Longest active win streak in the WNBA. You're out west. Yes. You're in LA.
Yep.
5 games above 500 for the first time since 2015. Golly. How old were you?
I knew you were gonna say something about that, and you had no
you were
reason
14.
to. I was. It doesn't matter.
You were 14. That's wild. So the longest active winning streak since you were 14. 17-12. Now 5th in standings. 78-74 versus the Storm. Let's talk about it. 16 points. 10 in the 4th. 12 rebounds. Only 2 assists. I'm a little disappointed. 3 big steals. 63% field goal. Yo, you're 6 straight double-double.
We're out here like having fun, hooping and vibing. That's what I do every single time. I mean, it's good though. I mean, I feel like my 4th quarters recently have been pretty solid. And that's why I need to keep it up. But maybe a little bit more in the 2nd and 3rd, that'd be great too. But that fourth quarter has been working for me.
Well, I think a lot of times a team finds themselves when they're on the road. Because like you're going to dinner, you're on the bus ride, you're vibing, you're all those things. Like, what can you say about the road trips this year versus the road trips your rookie year?
Ooh, I feel like the road trips my rookie year, I was definitely always in that hotel room. Like I went in that hotel room and I probably went to sleep. Even we were here and we all hung out last night, and it was crazy. Kelsey and I were just talking about it. And we were like, "This is like the most fun we've had on a squad." And I was like, I was just thinking that for my rookie season to now, like this is probably my favorite team, just of how we are, how we vibe. It's always light. Everyone's always laughing. We can go out, we can hang out at any point. And so definitely though, I agree with that.
But it's also like what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Because I feel like the best teams usually vibe, but it's
Yep.
figuring out how to vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we
And
figured that out though. I think we have. I think you're able to see everyone's personalities. I think that's the best thing is like everyone is themselves at all points, at all times. And then everyone kind of just adds in some Joe here, this is this. And like, that's why we work because everyone, they can be their real self.
but also it's more fun when you win.
Oh, it's a lot more fun.
It's a lot more
It's,
it's
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 a
a lot
lot more
lighter
fun.
when you
It
win. So
is.
let's just
It
be
is.
honest. But I do have to shout out another stat, 4th most rebounds in franchise history. The GOAT for your franchise.
Thank you.
Tamika Catchings was 1.
Yes.
Erlana Larkins, Ebony Hoffman, and then Aliyah Boston, 932. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say that you're probably gonna break a couple more records this year, but like to be in that conversation, to back it up, to be the number 1 pick, to bring winning back to Indiana. Like, what does that vibe feel like?
Honestly, it's great. I'm so happy. I feel like the position I'm in, the squad I'm with, I enjoy coming into work. I enjoy being able to hoop. And I know like winning definitely makes everything better. And I feel like that's always the point. Like, especially in the beginning of the season, when we would win a few, lose, drop a few, it was like that all those frustrations. But at the end of the day, like we come in every single day and we work and we grind. And so to be able to have my name etched in that record books like that already, I mean, it feels pretty great.
For sure. And amongst those victories, it was a 10-point victory over the Wings in which you stuffed the stat sheet. I mean, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists,
See,
4
that was better.
steals,
That was better.
a block,
5
plus
assists.
20 in 10-point wins, which is actually crazy. And then you matched, me with her 11th career game of 10, 10, and 5
Didn't we just talk
before
about that? And
24. I have to tell the people that I did DM you because I was really disappointed that you only had 1 assist against the
yes, you
Mercury.
did. Yes, you did.
You guys won. It was great. All right. 107, 101, 22 points. Great. 12 rebounds. Another double-double. But 1 assist. Can you talk me through that? Did you not see the backdoor cut?
No, I did. I did look for it. I probably was a little stingy. That's my bad. That's my bad. But then the game after that, though, like, I mean, the Dallas game, I had 5. Like, you make up for it. Carry the 1.
See,
Add
I
the
was thinking
2.
more Sky. You had 6 assists, which I actually text you because I'm like
Yes,
the
you
GIF
did.
and the curse. I'll text you like what happened. Why did you only have 1 assist? Because you play with 2 shooters. And then I'll also text you like, yo, you had 6 assists. Big guard.
Yeah, when you text me though that said 1 assist, I was like, my bad. I was like, I tried. I feel like I really did try. That's my bad.
All right. Well, I already mentioned that you have had your 6th straight double-double. It's the longest streak of your career. Like, what's your mindset when you go into a game like that? Like now I feel like stats are kept. Everything is kept. Like it's literally
Yeah.
like the longest double-double streak with a birthday that falls within 5 months.
Let me tell you, when I
and
see
you
some
ate
stats like that, I'm like, people are making
ribeye.
things up.
Yeah,
I'm like, people are making some of these
exactly.
stats. I'm looking, I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
When did that become a stat? But they do. I mean, I just go in there. I really try to play free. Like I try not to overthink. I try to think like, okay, you need a double double. You need a double double. Like I let the game find me. But I think in the mindset of like that double double, it's like rebounding. I think has definitely been more a priority. Just getting in there a little bit more. I know we can take a lot of threes. So for me, it's not being the first one back, but just honestly just crashing, trying to see if I get us a little bit extra possessions. And I feel like it's just been working out. And then when it comes to points, I really just let the points find me.
Well, here's the thing. You guys are on a streak and you're doing such without Caitlin Clark. Let's be honest. And for those naysayers out there that are like, you're better without Caitlin. They're not. They're not better without Caitlin. But I do feel like times like this, different people step up. Just like Natasha Howard stepped up during
Tosh
the
had a big
Commissioner
game.
Cup.
Yep.
Like it shows. And it can be a growth opportunity for teams. So what can you say about people that have stepped up in Caitlin's absence? Mainly, I mean, Aerie is
Aerie is hooping. Like I feel like we've said it so many times that Aerie was like the biggest blessing for us. Her ability as a point guard, her ability to get downhill, her speed, her defensive mind. Like Aerie does everything for us. And obviously playing without C is different. But I think once again, like you said, people continue to find their ways, find their spot on the floor. And then I think when you add her back in, it's like teams can't just say, oh, we're just going to guard one person or two people or three people. It's gonna be like, no, everyone scores, and you've seen everyone be able to score in different ways, knocking down shots, getting downhill, touch shots in the paint. So I think it really just makes us scarier with the thought of like, okay, well, we're doing all of this and we have to add Caitlin back.
Which is actually wild because as a player that has unfortunately played on the sideline for a little bit, where you get to observe your team and see where you can add. Like Caitlin is one of those people that has a high IQ. So I know she's watching and I know she's going to come back and make you all that much better. So it honestly is scary because not only are you allowing other people to step up, but you're allowing Caitlin to then survey and realize how she can add. I said from the get-go, Indiana Fever, scary.
After we won the national championship in 2022, I saw you, Candace, in the crowd, and I just grabbed the mic and said it. I love you, girl.
And I felt that because I saw myself in you, the joy, the pressure, the entire journey.
You've always been someone that I've looked up to, and hearing you say, you got this, that meant more to me than you probably even know.
That's what Adidas is all about. The You Got This campaign is a reminder that support, even one moment, one voice, can change everything.
Whether it's a coach, a teammate, a friend, sometimes it just takes someone reminding you who you are.
We've both had those people, and now we're trying to be that for someone else.
Learn more about the You Got This message at adidas.com/yougotthis and follow along at Adidas and at Adidas US. This episode is brought to you by Smucker's Uncrustables. There's a reason classics don't go out of style. PB&J, no crust, no mess, no notes. Check out Uncrustables, the best part of the sandwich.
It's a round crimped sandwich made with soft, pillowy bread filled with peanut butter and jelly. Grab one from the freezer. Let it thaw while you do your thing on the court, in the carpool, or whatever hustle you're on. This snack is for pro goats, little legends, and everyone in between. Find Smucker's Uncrustables in the freezer aisle. Learn more at uncrustables.com. Along with the scary Indiana Fever team happens to be the Minnesota Lynx that have the best record in the league.
Yep.
But they also made a pivotal trade. I compare this Dallas Wings Dijonai Carrington to Minnesota from Dallas trade to like the Cleveland Cavs when they acquired DeAndre Hunter. It's one of those like defensive players that will allow everybody to play their normal position. And I say that in like Kayla McBride and LaChina Robinson said this. Kayla McBride can go back to just focusing on shooting threes. Exactly. And Dijonai Carrington will guard the best player on the other team.
Yeah.
And if she's having a great game, she'll be in there in the closing minutes. And so for me, for a team that's already in first place, which the Cavs were already in first place, to make this move, obviously we know what happened to the Cavs in the NBA playoffs. It was unfortunate. They ran into an Indiana Fever's team.
Go Pacers.
Or no, Indiana Pacers team. I just confused the Indiana Fever and the Pacers. But anyway, they ran into a Pacers team that was hot. But it allowed everybody to play their position. And I think Dijonai Carrington being in Minnesota is actually a ridiculous trade.
Yeah. I was shocked because I remember she had posted something on Instagram And everybody on Twitter was like, oh my gosh, she's going somewhere. And then I wake up the next day and I'm like, been awake for 20 minutes. And all I see is Dijonai traded to Minnesota. I was like, what? So I have to send in the group chat right away. That's important.
It is important. But as a player, how much do you look to your left and your right? Because I remember, I'm not going to lie, 2015, I sat out a portion of that year. I came back. Minnesota and Chicago came to an agreement on a trade for Sylvia Fowles, and that was the championship. And I knew it.
That's crazy work.
And honestly, no offense, I'm going to just give you my ultimate opinion. The Minnesota Lynx got better.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Yeah.
And they got better. And I think Cheryl Reeves does a great job. As much as I am an anti, like, not an anti, but like more of a rival, because we played Minnesota so many times for championships and in the playoffs and whatever. She knows her stuff, and she knows what gets you wins in playoffs. And what gets you wins in playoffs is making things easier for your best players.
Mm-hmm.
And she just did that for Kayla McBride.
And Kayla McBride was coming off that game against the Aces red hot.
Man, Aces want to forget that game.
8 for 8 from the 3 though in the first half. That was crazy.
Yeah, but I was mad she only finished with like what? I was like, man, you go for it. But anyway,
she still knocked it down.
Speaking of which, in the WNBA, early MVP favorites. You gotta go with Napheesa Collier.
Mm-hmm.
Best player on the best team. Clear MVP favorite. Sidelined by an ankle. I don't know how long. She's averaging 23.5 points per game, first in the WNBA. But then you also got to shout out Alyssa Thomas.
AT's been having a great season. I feel like, honestly, AT always has great seasons. Like, she averages damn near almost a triple-double every single game, and that's what she produces every single night. It's actually crazy work.
Who is the toughest person to guard in the WNBA right now?
I feel like I could say a bunch of different people and have my reasonings for each of them.
But say one.
I feel like for me, it's probably still Asia. For me, I think that's who I would go with. But I think there's still different post players that can just do different stuff that it kind of makes it hard. Fee is a hard guard too, though, because one, their spacing on the floor is great, and so that leaves her for dives. Then if you try to tag, then you have Alana Smith maybe hitting a 3 on the outside, or if she pops, then you're playing her for the drive, and then she gets the fadeaway. Fee is, honestly, it probably could be Fee. Really, it really could be because of who else is on that team.
It's so interesting because I agreed with you until I went to the Mystics game. And mind you, like, I gotta tell the full story. Like, Alyssa Thomas is one of those players that's like that rival that you don't like because you played against her so much. And that's me. And, you know, Kalia Copper is one of my best friends, won a championship with her in Chicago, went to Phoenix, Satu with Adidas, automatically cheer for Adidas, right? It was really hard. And I told Ka this. I was like, I love you. I have to get comfortable with cheering for Alyssa Thomas because we have competed against each other for so long. But being at the game, I was at the Mystics Mercury game and seeing the way that she makes everybody around her better. I mean, she's the only player with multiple triple-doubles this season, 17 triple-doubles in her career.
Crazy
First
work.
player in
That's
WNBA
insane.
history to have multiple triple-doubles with 2 different teams. Leads the league from the forward position in assists percentage at 53.46. No player in WNBA history has recorded an assist percentage over 50% for a season. She's averaging 9 assists per game. And as much as you look at her game as bully ball, she came down the lane against the Mystics. She got a rebound or a steal, I can't remember. Came down the lane and threw it out there and set up her teammate for an assist. It was beautiful. And at that moment, I was like, I can no longer be an opponent. Like, I have to respect the game. And she makes those people around her better. So I have to say, that Alyssa Thomas played with very few shooters around her in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. And now she has them.
I can relate to that because I didn't play with a lot of shooters in LA. And when you get shooters around you, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember in Chicago having playmakers and shooters around me, and it was like chess.
Yeah.
And everybody else was playing checkers. And Alyssa
Mhm.
Thomas at this moment is playing chess. And so I know Napheesa is the MVP favorite, and rightfully so. She's on the best team with the best record, all those things. But like, let's give Alyssa Thomas her respect.
Mhm.
So
I agree.
anyway,
I agree.
yeah. Cam Brink returns to the Sparks.
Oh, I'm so happy for Cam.
13
I'm
months
really
due.
happy for Cam.
Torn ACL, injuries, coming back. I mean, I give it to her because it is a challenge to come back from injuries.
It really is. I was so excited when she came back, and she hit her first shot, and it was a 3, and her hands went up in the air, and you could hear the crowd from the TV, and I was like, I mean, injuries suck all the time, and when you're finally able to come back, I feel like there's no better feeling than watching someone who obviously you saw went down. It's like, dang, like, there's so much, especially in her rookie season, for her coming back now, and she's like feeling like herself. She's playing. You can see her smiling on the court. Like, there's no better feeling than watching someone be able to come back.
What's crazy is I know the mental element of coming back from an injury. And like when you come back from an injury, there's the physical part where you're strong enough, but there's the mental element of like when still to this day, when I go for a rebound, that's how I tore my ACL. I was going up for a rebound, somebody bumped me, I came down, I tore my ACL. You still have that mental block. And so I commend her. Obviously, she did the rehab, she did the process, but to like come back from that, and to be honest with you, you come back a shell of yourself. It wasn't until probably like 12 months later where I felt like myself.
Yeah.
And so I know it's going to be a process. My advice to her would be to give myself grace, but I feel like she's done a great job, hit her first shot, blocked some shots.
Blocked some shots, got rebounds.
Yeah. Did a great
So
job.
happy for her though.
So congratulations, Cam. We're rooting for you.
Yes, Cam, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the league. Aliyah she has something waiting for you. Speaking of something that didn't wait, it's an awkward transition, but let's talk about what went down in Atlanta. Or went up. I don't know. Should we say down or up or to the side?
Technically,
I don't know.
Technically it went down. No, but it was there.
It was neon green, so nobody missed it.
It was neon green. I could not believe that. I could not believe that.
Can you just say what you can't believe? Tell me, what can't you believe?
I just can't believe that. Why would you throw that on the court?
Throw what? What are you talking about? Throw what?
The toy.
The what toy? What
the
toy?
The toy that was green.
The what toy? I don't understand.
Yeah, let me call Sydney. Let me just call Sydney. She knows.
Yo, they wild in Atlanta. And I know, listen, Aliyah's great. She's not going to say it. But they literally threw a sex toy on the court during the Dream Valkyries game. And the commentary was like, someone threw a green thing on the court. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie, Syd Colson, I went to her tweets immediately. I went to her Instagram immediately.
Syd has to be stopped, but she'll never be stopped. Like, why did she say she didn't mean to throw that?
Sorry, I did not mean to throw that so far, y'all. Yo, Sydney shows up. And as a teammate of Sydney's, you have to understand she is right on time, because part of being a comedian is being the joke for sure, but being right on time is actually incredible. So it happened during the Dream Valkyries game. It happened, I don't know if there's a common denominator, but it happened again during the Valkyries Sky game.
Chicago, yep.
I'm not saying it's the Bay, but I'm saying it's the Bay.
And Sydney tweeted, so in the Val Chicago game, we had just got done playing. And we had came out and we had saw that someone threw another one. And Sydney got on Twitter and she tweeted before the coaches even came in the locker room. And they came and talked about some, Syd, we saw your tweet just now. How did you already have time to tweet that? And she was like, what do you mean? I just had to let the people know.
Okay, I'm like, full disclosure, Aliyah, the WNBA green dildo update The first green dildo thrower in Atlanta has been arrested. So all of y'all that are thinking about getting fame, don't do it because you're going to end up in jail.
That's really crazy, though. No matter how you think about it, like, that's really insane. What made you decide to do that?
I think that's our cue to end this segment. We're going to go out on top.
When I was ready to buy my first home, I really didn't know where to start. But from the moment I connected with Zillow, the process was honestly easier than I expected.
Wait, you bought a house? Okay, homeowner. Look at you, AB. Big moves. Post moves. But for real, buying a home is a big deal. You need someone you can trust, and Zillow helps with all of that.
Yeah, and they connected me with my girl Amy, my Zillow partner agent, and she was awesome. From the first conversation, she really just listened. She asked me about everything, how many bedrooms I wanted, square footage, style, interior vibe, all of it. So when it was time to start touring homes, she already had a list that just felt like me.
That's a game changer. So she really helped you narrow it down, huh?
Yeah, I probably toured like over 10 houses in like 3 to 4 days. I didn't really love the first few, but Amy said she just wanted to get a feel for what I liked and what I didn't like. And then boom, the next days were spot on. I had options. She answered all my questions, made the whole thing so much easier. Honestly, anytime I buy a home again, I know who I'm calling, my girl Amy.
Whether you're buying your first place or already know the ropes, Zillow makes the process way easier.
They helped me get a home, and they can help you too. Just say the word.
Download the Zillow app today. Home just got real with Zillow.
All right, it is time for Order in the Court, where we keep it real about something stirring up conversation on or off the court. Uh-oh. What do you have to say? What are you about to say?
I mean, it's your teammate, DeWanna Bonner. Old teammate, sorry. Not teammate currently, but was your teammate to start the year.
Yes.
She made a return to Indiana last week with the Mercury and was booed by Indiana fans. Kalia Copper is caught saying it's distasteful, and since then, it feels like everyone has something to say. So here's my take. I mean, listen, what did you expect? I think this puts women's basketball on the map. I'm not going to lie. Because when everybody waited for KD to go back to OKC. Okay? They booed him. Big shocker. Everybody waited for Bron to go back to Cleveland. Booed him. Everybody waited for Kyrie to go back to whatever team he went back to. Because like he went back to several.
Yeah.
Luka, same thing. Like we can go down the line. It's a privilege. It's a privilege. And that was expected. To me, I love being booed. I thought that was a sign of respect. If you're not booing somebody that can't get buckets. So to be honest with you, I feel like as a teammate, it's Kalia Copper's job to stick up for her. But to be honest with you, like DB had to expect this. When you make a conscious decision to leave somewhere and go somewhere else, it's difficult, but you have to take what comes with it. And I feel like you're not booing DeWanna because she's not a good player. Just booing her because it didn't work out. That's fans, right?
And that's exactly what I was saying. Like in the media, they asked me post game and they were like, you know, how do you feel about them booing? And I was like, what am I supposed to stop the game and be like, please, no. When we went to New York, literally when we went to New York, both times we've been to New York, when we were doing our runouts, people on our team were getting booed. It's just gonna happen. And like when they were getting booed, we were literally cheering. We were like, yay, let's just go play. Let's just go hoop. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Everyone started like coming at me. People were in my mentions. And I was like, dang guys, I don't know what you guys want me to say. Just vibe. Just vibe, twin. Just vibe. Like you don't have to tag me. You don't have to like, please. Every quote doesn't have to be about AB. I promise. I promise.
But I do feel like to be booed sometimes is a sign of respect. I think she's one of the greats that has played in this game. And regardless of where she's at, I mean, she's 37 years old at this point. So she's played more basketball behind her than she will in front of her. And so I do feel like at times you have to understand to be booed is a sign of respect. Nobody's booing like the 12th person that's coming in.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. You're right. Hey, I was like, you know what? That I got nothing to do with me.
It's now time for You Got This, presented by Adidas. There's nothing like a great assist to help us remember you got this. Learn more about You Got This message at adidas.com/you got this. And follow the action on Instagram at Adidas and at Adidas US. All right, every week we're going to shout out someone who showed up, rose to the occasion, or made their moment count, whether it's a player, a coach, or even something we saw online. If you're inspired or you inspired us, it's getting a shout out. So this week, You Got This moment goes to none other than Jackie Young.
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a good
Can
pick.
I just say why? Because I'm a big
Let me hear
believer
it.
in, like, yes, showing up for your teammates, the intangibles, all those things. But let's talk about the tangibles. WNBA triple-double in the Aces' 89-74 victory over the Sparks on July 29th. Start to finish dominance. She's more of a playmaker this year. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists.
That was a great stat line.
I mean, Jackie became the first Aces player with a triple-double since Chelsea Gray in 2023. She recorded her first triple-double the day after Skylar Diggins recorded her first career WNBA triple-double. Other facts, obviously, we know Jackie, she was the playmaker, point forward. I don't know what you call her. Notre Dame in 2018, number 1 overall pick, won the WNBA Most Improved Player in 2022, has won a pair of WNBA titles, 4-time WNBA All-Star. But, like, to me, the biggest growth in Jackie's game has always been she's played off Asia or Chelsea. Now they're playing off her.
Yeah. And she's able to go score. She calls her own number, gets downhill. I think what makes Jackie so dangerous too is her ability to do anything. Like Jackie comes down transition and she's not looking to pass the ball. You have to find her, meet her at the 3-point line. Make her to you rather than hit a 3 in your face, because she's so capable. And I think when you look at the stat sheet, 18 points, 11 boards, that's a big guard. That's why when they ask the question, who don't you want to get switched on in the post? Why does Jackie have 11 rebounds? That's a big guard. That's a big guard. Exactly why. Let's just find a different switch.
What's crazy with Jackie is I feel like she's one of those players that has always played the Robin to everybody's Batman, but, like, don't get it twisted. She can be Batman.
She can, yep.
And the amount of time that she spends in the gym getting shots up and the way that she has perfected and redefined her game, it's almost like teams in their scouting report are funneling her to do what she's done her entire career, like what she's really good at.
Yeah.
And because of her shot, it's forcing teams to do that, which before it was like, give up the 3. Now it's like, close out, make
out
her
all
put
the
it
way,
on the ground.
run her
But
off the
that's what she
3-point
wants to
line.
do.
Yep.
And so that has unlocked her capabilities. Obviously, playing with Chelsea and Asia has helped. But, I mean, I'm proud of my young buck. She spends a lot of time in the gym, so.
That was a good pick. That was a good pick.
All right, that was my You Got This moment presented by Adidas. It's your turn next week, AB.
All right, I got it.
We'll see what you got.
All right, it's time for one of our favorite parts of the show. This is Unfiltered Fan Questions powered by Uncrustables. Find Smucker's Uncrustables in the freezer aisle. Learn more at uncrustables.com. So we got a ton of questions coming in, and so you guys keep them coming. We love answering your questions.
All right, question number 1 from Mom24Cs. What was your welcome to the WNBA moment?
Ooh. Okay, so my welcome to the W moment was playing against New York. Benijah Laney hit me straight with the forearm, like right here in the center of my chest. And I just remember falling. I just fell down. I was like, I'm done for the count. Someone has to take me out. Like, please. I don't know what happened. What did I do to deserve that? But really, it wasn't meant for me. It was meant for my sister girl, Liz, who had hit her a little bit on the screen too hard. And Benijah wanted a foul call. And the ref was like, I just didn't see a foul. And she was like, okay, well, you'll see one the next time. And yes, indeed, they did. But I was on the receiving end of that. And I still remember it because it really was a hard hit. But, we've talked about it, so it's okay.
We all remember the welcome to the WNBA moment. a lot of times you see the Sonia Sichon
Yep.
moment where she gets like hit by the screen
Nailed
and
on
you're
the
like,
screen.
oh, that's a moment. Mine was not on television. It was in practice. So I played with Lisa Leslie, Delisha Milton-Jones. Michael Cooper was my coach, a member of, obviously the Lakers, Pat Riley, all that, Showtime. And they conspired to not call any fouls. And they put me on the black team, not the white team. And Lisa Leslie, Delisha Milton-Jones took turns, just like I was a punching bag. I went to the lane. They would hit me in the face. No foul call. And I would just, and then at some point it got funny actually. Cause I was like, oh, you guys are doing this on purpose. Cause I looked around and I wasn't on the starters team. Right? Oh, this is one of those practices. So I just knew I wasn't gonna get any foul calls. They still laugh about it to this day, actually. And I feel like I was tougher for it. So welcome to the league moments aren't always bad if you learn from them. Okay, Aliyah?
Mine hurt though. Real bad.
Okay, well, mine did too.
All right. This is from fancy_dinner_9078. How do you play differently when you're playing someone who is as big or bigger than you? And what changes about your game?
The crazy thing is when you play someone that is as big as you are, as athletic, as fast, all this, you have to be more crafty. And to be honest with you, I feel like that's what teaches you the most. Like when you're bigger, stronger, you overpower, you have to do one move. When you're playing someone that's your equal, you have to have a move and a counter move. And you got to be willing to be uncomfortable with that and adjust. And to me, I feel like that's really truly the testament when you're measuring your game up against somebody that is your equal. So for me, it was like a move and a counter move. Like you're going to guess wrong. So when you're playing somebody that is your equal, that can block shots, is as athletic, is long, all those things, you got to have your move that you'll go to. And then if they stop that, you got to be able to be better at the next move than your defender. And so I think it's just a testament to our league and how far it's progressed is that we have so many versatile athletic bigs that can defend in the post and make things difficult.
That's true. That's true. It's all about being crafty, especially like playing against bigs. Like, gotta get your shot fakes in, gotta get into the body, especially if you don't want to counter too much. There's a lot that goes into it. That's valid.
But you got to be physical if you're physical, and you got to be crafty and like.
If you're,
yeah, and if you're crafty, like to me, I was never gonna overpower somebody. I knew that. So if we're doing like a David and Goliath and we're playing that game, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna win the like battle war,
Yeah.
So I had to be more like of a guard on the block. I had to make you play my game. And so it's really about making the other player or the defender play your game. All right, where do players stash their shoes? Some players seemingly sport a new pair every game. Do all those shoes just accumulate in a big pile in the closet? Do they stay at the practice facility, special shoe closet? Ava, Sarah, LA 2020 wants to know.
That's a good question. Honestly, all my shoes are in my locker or they're at the practice facility in just a whole different compartment and closet where everyone kind of keeps all their extra shoes. But I'm also one of those players that like I don't like to change my shoes a lot. Like especially if I'm on a roll with games, I will wear the same pair of shoes. Like I've had one time after a game, I've been on a roll and this kid was like, "Hey, can I get your sneakers?" And I was like, "Ooh, can't do that." I was like, as much as I would love to take them off my feet, sign them and give them to you, I've been hooping in these. So no. And I'm so sorry. I know you probably thought I was being mean, but I can't. If I'm on a roll, I'm keeping them. If I wear a new pair of shoes and the game does not go how I think, you're never seeing them on my feet again. They're done for the count.
I'm superstitious like that too.
Yeah, that's
I'm not gonna lie. Like when we're on a win streak, very rare
shoes are the
for
same.
me to take my shoes off
No.
and give to a fan.
Yes, I can't do it because we're
if we
doing
are
so
not,
good.
I will take them things off so quick. I'm not gonna lie. I will. But yeah, it's tough. I'm like superstitious to the point where like if I eat a pregame meal and I play really well,
then you want to do the
I'm
same.
gonna eat it
That's
again.
me. Like I like every time I wear gold hoop earrings, I don't play. Like I've done stuff where like I've worn different jewelry and the game hasn't gone well and I don't wear the jewelry again. Like
Yeah.
it's fine. I don't need a necklace. I don't need another earring. It's really okay. I'm gonna just stick with my gold hoops and that's that. Like I don't play that. No. We are
I
gonna
love how
stick
all
to what's working.
hoopers are the same. Okay, so at Flaky Song has a question. Since both of you are dog moms, what breeds are your favorite? Or are
Ooh.
all dogs amazing in your eyes? What's your underrated dog breed? Go.
Ooh, so obviously I'm a dachshund. I'm a dachshund mom. That's my son Ozzy. But I'm also a pit bull and a German shepherd. And I'm just gonna keep going. I really want like a Doberman.
You have a little
Doberman.
long dog and you named all big dog breeds. Can we
I
just talk about
understand.
this for a second?
I understand, but I can't change who I am. I can't change who I am. I love my Ozzy, but he is going to have to learn that when his siblings are like, one's probably a German, one's probably a pit, like there's nothing I can do about that. I am going to have those big dogs. Doberman, I get it. Doberman might be a little excessive. But as for pit bulls and Germans,
Dobermans over pit bulls and German shepherds. Do you hear yourself? You said that might be excessive.
Okay,
Aliyah.
but in my defense, I grew up with pit bulls and a German. Okay, so they have my heart. I can't play around with them.
Okay, well, speaking of which, just let everybody know, Flaky Song 6066. I have 2 other dogs. So I have a Cavapoo, which is a King Charles Cavalier, which is like the Lady and the Tramp dog, mixed with a poodle, I think, a mini poodle. So that's a Cavapoo. And then I have a Rottweiler.
But you're
that
talking
does
about me and a
not
pit bull.
play about anybody. So FYI, my Rottweiler is one that like follows me to put the kids to bed and lays in the landing in between us and the kids. Like she does not play about our protection, which I love. And this is my second Rottie. So I love Rottweilers. I think they're great with kids, but it's the balance of like protection and, you know, feeling safe and also knowing they're going to get along with your kids. However, when I grew up, I was part of the 101 Dalmatians phenomenon. Like I was a fan. I want at some point in my life to have a Bernese Mountain Dog or a Dalmatian. They're the most beautiful breeds, honestly.
They really are. Those are
gorgeous.
Great.
Australian Shepherd is another close third place. Like Australian Shepherds are so smart. I mean, whatever. But a Dalmatian and a Bernese Mountain Dog? Are you kidding me?
They shed though. The Bernese
they do,
Mountain Dogs.
But like you got to take with the good
but
with the bad.
They're really cute. No, you're right. They're really cute. But you were trying to talk about my pit bulls and my German, but you're gonna go get a Bernese Mountain Dog. All right, that does it for our Unfiltered Fan Questions powered by Uncrustables. Keep the questions coming. Drop us a DM, comment on YouTube. We want to hear from y'all.
We definitely do.
We do.
All right, that's a wrap on our second episode of Post Moves. Hope you're enjoying. Might have to start talking about NFL soon.
I gotta go start learning.
Starts this weekend. I'm the biggest football fan, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited. My dark horses are the Bengals. Obviously, I'm a Bears fan, but Bengals, Chiefs. Yeah. Anyway, new episodes drop every Wednesday. Subscribe on YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. And follow Post Moves Show on socials. That's 2 S's. 5-star reviews, please. And let us know what you want to hear from us.
And you know we're ending every episode the right way. So bow, bow,
How you
bow.
do it? How you do it? Do it again.
Bow,
for the people
bow,
in the back.
bow.
Hey.